In a world where leaders are chosen, but very few rise, one man has stepped into the global spotlight, not with wealth or weapons, but with truth. They fear him, not because of his army, but because of his ideas. His name is Ibrahim Traoré, and this is why they want to silence him. Ibrahim Traoré is not your typical African leader. At just 35 years old, the captain-turned-president of Burkina Faso has captured global attention, but not in the way Western media wants you to know. Traoré isn't a puppet. He speaks against neocolonialism, defies foreign interests, and challenges the global financial system. What makes him dangerous to them is that he's waking up millions. In his speeches, you won't hear vague promises. You hear clarity, courage, and cold, hard facts about gold, about resources, about control. They didn't expect him, and they can't predict him. Ibrahim Traoré was born in Bondoukoui, Burkina Faso, in 1988. From a humble family, he became a captain in the military. But something was always different about him. Unlike other officers, he questioned orders, examined history, and studied the power structures shaping Africa. When jihadist insurgencies increased and foreign military aid failed to protect his people, he saw the truth. The system wasn't broken, it was designed that way. That's when he led a coup, not for power, but for purpose. In September 2022, Traoré took over, but this was not just a transfer of power. It was the beginning of a fight against a silent enemy: economic slavery, media distortion, foreign exploitation. Burkina Faso produces over 36 tons of gold every year. That's more than $1 billion in value. And yet, millions of its people live in poverty. Schools lack books, hospitals lack medicine, entire regions live without electricity. So where does the gold go? Traoré asked the question, out loud. And when he did, he exposed what many already suspected, that foreign mining corporations, backed by powerful Western interests, take the gold, pay pennies, and leave behind poisoned rivers and broken communities. He dared to name them. He said, "Our people must benefit from their resources." That sentence alone is enough to get a leader targeted. Ask yourself this: why are African leaders who serve foreign interests praised, while those who speak out are suddenly dictators or threats to democracy? Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Muammar Gaddafi, and now, Ibrahim Traoré. The West is afraid, not of his weapons, but his vision. He has banned French troops from the country. He's realigning with Russia, China, and fellow African nations. He's calling for African unity, militarily, economically, and politically. But most importantly, he's telling his people the truth. And truth is dangerous. Mainstream media barely covers him, and when they do, they use coded language: military ruler, controversial, unpredictable. They don't want you to hear what he says. That's why videos like this are crucial, because if people knew that African leaders were rising, leaders who cannot be bought, who refuse to be silenced, it would change the global power dynamic. That's why they want him quiet. That's why even AI-generated speeches that reflect his message are attacked, because the message is spreading. Ibrahim Traoré represents more than just Burkina Faso. He symbolizes a generation that no longer accepts exploitation. Across Africa, youth are rising. They are educated, aware, and unafraid. They speak of sovereignty, unity, and dignity. Traoré speaks for them. And the more they try to silence him, the louder his voice becomes. The future is not written in Washington or Paris. It's being written in Ouagadougou, Bamako, and Niamey. They fear the African voice, strong, clear, and unbought. And they fear people like you, who choose to listen, learn, and spread the truth. So if you believe in Africa's right to rise, if you stand with those who refuse to be silenced, then share this story, subscribe, comment. Let the world know we see what's happening and we will not stay silent. This is World Story 249, and this is just the beginning.